Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am so excited to be filming this video right now because it is actually something that I thought about before I even got here. So I decided when I got here I was going to pay super close attention to the things that were different and the things that I really noticed about LA so that I could share them with you guys in case anybody is wondering what it's like to be here, what it's like to live here, anything like that. Any things that are notable, I just kind of picked out to share with you guys. To be honest, it's probably gonna be more than 10 things, but I just kept the list going, and as I think of more things, I'm just gonna keep saying them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's get started. Okay, so these aren't really in a particular order, but one thing that I do want to start off with is where you're living, because if you are moving here and you don't live anywhere near here, it is hard to look for apartments when you're not here. I found my apartment before I got here, but you really have to be careful when doing that, especially if you're going through a place like Craigslist, if you're going to be trusting roommates, things like that. It's a totally weird process and you can't trust everybody, and just keep that in mind. But the thing that I wanted to say about that is to make sure that you choose the neighborhood that you want to live in wisely, because that way you can do a lot of walking, you can go around, you can enjoy where you actually are, because there are some days where I don't feel like driving and I can just walk around where my apartment is at, and it's awesome and I love that. So definitely keep that in mind if you are planning on looking for an apartment, a place to live. Another thing about that is if it seems too good to be true, then it probably is. I don't like to say that very often, but I will say it in this case because some apartments have a little bit lower rent, but you don't have a place to park at night, and that's kind of hard sometimes if you have if you live on a street where they do street cleaning, stuff like that. So definitely keep in mind if you want like a washer and dryer, and that's something that's really important to you. Definitely have that in mind when you go looking for apartments. Air conditioning, if that's really important to you, which it probably should be because it gets super hot here. Definitely keep that in mind. If you have to have, I don't know, if it has to be dog friendly, make sure that you keep that in mind. All the things that you want, make sure that you keep those in mind so that you don't just end up settling for something just because the price is lower, because you could end up hating it there. Okay, so I'm going to try and avoid the cliche things. Everybody says the same stuff about LA a lot. They say that it's expensive, and they say that it's hard to drive here because there's always traffic. Both true. However, I want to share different stuff with you. Okay, so one cliche that I will talk about that everybody talks about is parking. Parking is crazy here. There are so many rules, and I was not going to put this on the list until the other day when my car got towed. So that was great. It's real great. Luckily, I had a friend come and pick me up, and that was okay, but that was a waste of a lot of money and a waste of a lot of time, and it really sucked. So make sure that you read the parking signs really closely. I am so careful about stuff like that, which was why it made me so upset. I am usually so careful, but I misread a sign, and that was all that it took. There were like 4 signs altogether. I don't really know what I was listening to, but I misread one of them and ended up with my car being towed and a ticket on top of my car being towed. So that was fabulous. But definitely be careful for parking out here. It is crazy. Number 3, you'll quickly become a weather snob. That is me. I am from Michigan. It is cold most of the time. However, the first week that I got here, it was raining, and I didn't mind it that much. It was pouring like the whole first week that I got here, and I didn't mind it too much. I didn't think anything of it. Then we got a little bit of nice weather. And now, if I even think that it's gonna rain, I'm like, what? It's supposed to rain? It's not okay. Like, I do not take well to it anymore. That is not okay anymore. I feel like somebody actually told me this because I was talking to someone about the weather, and they said, I pay too much to live here for it to rain. And I thought that was so funny because now I think about it every time that it's raining. I'll be like, it's only gonna be 63 degrees today? What is this? What is this? But it's so funny how quickly your views on the weather change. Like, if you don't think that you're going to care about that stuff, just wait a while. You'll get used to the nice weather, and then you'll start caring and becoming a weather snob like me. Okay, guys, this one is important. California gives you 10 days to switch over your driver's license. Make sure that you do that when you get here. This is actually a useful tip. Thing number 4 that I did not really know when I got here. I was not really prepared for that, but luckily and kind of unluckily, I didn't have a job when I first got here. So I went and I was able to do that, no problem. But if you do have a job lined up and you're coming out here and you're kind of short on time, make sure that that's one of the first things that you do so you can get that taken care of and out of the way. Okay, so the next thing is take advantage of early mornings. I have never seen a more beautiful sunrise than the sunrise out here. I like to get out and I like to go in the morning so that I can make sure that I'm on the road or that I'm walking somewhere or that I'm hiking somewhere when the sun comes up. And I think it's the coolest experience. It is so beautiful. And the beauty alone of this place will completely get you. And that's kind of something that I don't think that I'll ever really get used to, is how pretty it is and how pretty everywhere is. There's literally a scenic route that you can take anywhere. I drive through the mountains to get to work, and it's awesome. It's amazing. I love it. It's it's one of the coolest things ever. And I'm like, oh, well, I gotta get up at 6:30 for work, but I'm like, oh, but I get to drive through the mountains so I can see everything, and it's awesome. The views out here are just amazing, and I can't get over it. That's one of the things that I've learned here, and I did not expect it. I know that everybody talks about how beautiful it is, but it truly is, and it's kind of breathtaking. Like, I don't mean to hype it up, but like, it's amazing here. Okay, next thing. I don't really know a number one. I think it's like 5 or 6 or 4. I'm not really sure, but it's so easy to be active here. I actually asked around a little bit to see what other people thought was something that I should mention in this video about LA, about moving to LA. So one thing that one of my friends said was that hiking is addicting, and it is addicting because you get to see all this beautiful stuff. You get to do all this stuff that you've never done before, and there's all these different things that are combined into one. Like, you can go hiking and you can see a waterfall, you can see a river, you can be on a mountain. Like, you can do all these things at the same time, still in great weather and while getting in shape. Like, I'm not a person that goes to the gym very often. I don't really like to work out, but I think I've walked more here than I've ever walked in my entire life, and it's been great. Like, I feel like I've lost at least 15 pounds since I've been here just from walking alone. It's so easy to stay healthy here. Like, you'll always find yourself outside, and that's really, really cool because everybody's kind of super into fitness and health and stuff here, so that's really cool. It's easy to stay in shape. You don't even really have to worry that much about it because it'll just kind of happen. Oh my gosh, the food. The food has been a big one for me. I have tried so many new places, and the thing that I've learned from that is to take advice from other people. Go ask around as to where the best things are to eat around there, because you'll find more things that way that are way more delicious than anything that you could find on Google Maps or walking around or whatever. Definitely ask, because the weirdest looking places, the craziest looking places, like the saddest looking places sometimes have the best food, so you definitely have to look out for that. The food has been awesome, and I don't mean to talk about this too much, but like, really, like, there's something for everybody. So another thing about moving here, this is if you're from out of state, or even if you're, I don't know, if you're maybe from other parts of California. I'm not sure how it is out here, but one thing that I would definitely say is that everybody kind of has a stereotype about LA, moving to LA, people that move to LA, people that live in LA, people that are from LA, people that live in California in general, all types of stuff. People have stereotypes about all of that. And when you're leaving your hometown, they will not be afraid to tell them to you, because I have gotten so many of those comments, so many negative things. So many people telling me that I'll actually hate it here, and so far it's been such an amazing experience for me, and they were wrong. So one thing I just want anybody that's in a similar position as what I was in, where people are telling you, oh, you're gonna hate it, you're gonna dislike it, you're gonna want to come back, anything like that, follow your heart, follow what you think that you should do, because that's more important than anybody's opinion, anybody's stereotypes. Half the people that were telling me that I was gonna hate it here, I've never even been. So it's one of those things where you have to trust what you feel is right. I don't mean to get all deep and emotional and stuff, but trust in yourself, believe in yourself, do what you want to do, no matter where it is. It's not just for moving here, it's for moving anywhere, for doing anything that people discourage you from doing. Follow your dreams, do what you want to do, and believe in yourself. People are surprisingly nice here. I heard so many things about people being so mean, which, I mean, it happens, stuff happens, people are mean everywhere. But it's so nice to have met friends out here, and it's really cool when you start meeting people. Basically, this kind of merges into another point that I had. I think this is number 9, but it's gonna kind of go to 10. I don't know, they're all kind of mushed together now. But people are nice if you talk to them, if you ask them questions, if you go and see about their lives. Like, people are pretty nice here because a lot of people are from other places. There's not too many people that I've met so far that are actually born and raised in California, born and raised in LA. Like, I've met so many people from so many different places now. It's a really, really cool experience. And it's basically like, oh, where are you from? Where are you from? Nobody asked that where I'm from. Everybody just assumes that you're from Michigan. So that's really, really cool. People are from everywhere, which means that people have all different points of views, which is kind of awesome because it just makes this place where people are really open to so many different things and so many different possibilities. And it's really cool being here because I've never been in such an open-minded place. And yeah, that means that there's a lot going on. But it also means that there's people that are completely different from one another that can learn from one another. And I think that that's one of the most amazing parts about being here, is just the people in general. Okay, and one last thing that I kind of wish that I would have done more of when I got here. One thing, this applies to if you're moving anywhere. Moving is really stressful. Moving is hard, especially if you're going across the country. Even if you're just moving to the state next to you, like it's hard no matter what. Moving within your same state is hard. So I would say if you're going someplace new, take the time to explore when you first get there. Don't be afraid to go out and try things by yourself on your own. There was I think it was like 2 weeks where I wasn't working, and I don't feel like I fully took advantage of that time because now I'm like, oh, well, I gotta go to work. But I wish that I was doing this, or I wish that I could go here, but they're only open 8 to 5. So there's so many things that I could have done that I didn't do. I mean, I didn't just stay in the house the whole time, but definitely if you're moving, don't let it overwhelm you. Don't let it bog you down. Don't let it just be like, oh, I just want to rest. Get out and do something. Get out and go and have fun in your new city. Explore the new place that you're in, because this place is crazy and I haven't even covered 1% of it yet, I'm sure. And that's a really cool feeling, to be completely honest. But I could talk to you tons about stuff that I have learned since I got here, stuff that I've learned in the moving process in general. But that's all I'm going to do. I think that was like 10 or 11 things. I'm not really sure. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for watching. If you want me to do any more videos like related to moving, related to, I don't know, adjusting in a new place, any videos on LA in general, then let me know. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see, because I'll probably do it. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. Bye guys!